Welcome to Travel Crochet. If you're new here, welcome, or if you're a returning subscriber, welcome back. It has been a while. I checked my last video and it was nearly 12 months ago. I can't believe that. Time has gone extremely fast. So if you are new here, my channel is called Travel Crochet because myself and my husband live in a caravan or RV. And we travel Australia full time. So my hobby just happens to be crocheting plushies, and occasionally I have to go to markets to empty the caravan out so I can make more. So I have gone to a couple of markets, and just to let you know that I actually don't go to markets as a business. It is just a hobby, so my prices are accordingly. I don't charge for my time. So when I am going over market prices, just consider that this is just a hobby and it's not pricing as a business to make a profit. I basically cover the cost that it is to make the item, but not time. So anyway, just a quick recap of where I've been in the last 12 months. We had actually sold our previous caravan that we owned, and the time over between the two caravans and getting the new one was like only a week, but we ended up staying at my husband's sister's house for about 3 months, just finalising things, catching up with family. And then we travelled to Western Australia. It was the first time that we'd been to Western Australia finally, and the whole time we'd been in Western Australia I hadn't found a market that would accept me. I needed a particular public liability insurance, and when I've been trying to get that insurance I hadn't been successful. So I needed to find more markets that didn't require that insurance, or if you're covered by their insurance when you go to their markets. So anyway, it has taken all this time to finally get a market. So I had a lot of stuff already made, so I hadn't even been crocheting for a long time. I think the last time I was crocheting was back in May, and it's now November. So, and I must admit, when I started again, I had to watch a YouTube video to remind myself. So that's how long it was. Anyway, so I finally managed to get a market. It was actually a car boot sale, and that was 2 weeks ago in a place called Carnarvon. So we're in outback Western Australia at the moment, and so that was Carnarvon. We've actually moved on since then to a place called Exmouth, and we're in a World Heritage area at the moment, so I can show a bit of footage about where we are, and the absolutely amazing colours that you see in the ocean here is just beautiful. So it's been very inspirational to make some sea creatures since my market. But anyway, we'll go over the market that I had. Here are Carnarvon car boot sale. Travel stickers there. Hopefully the wind doesn't pick up anymore, because we're going to lose everything. See how it goes. Okay, so the market was on the 16th of November. It was a car boot sale, and it ran from 8 AM to noon, to lunchtime, because it gets too hot after that. So it was actually, I'd say, my most successful market. People, and it was mostly locals also, because where we are currently is now they're off peak season, so it's not top peak season here. When it is peak season, there are thousands of people in this area, but we're currently traveling off peak up here. And it was my most successful, and the families were excited to see these items that they don't normally get to see because they're outback Western Australia. Anyway, so I sold a total of 53 items, so that's definitely the most I've ever sold. So I'll go through what I sold. So I sold one large axolotl for $5, a mini bee for $5, one medium bee for $10, 8 sea turtles at $8 each. Again, sea turtles most successful seller anywhere I go. A sea turtle extra large for $20, a sea turtle keyring for $5, a mini sea turtle for $5. Then we're going to sesame chickens. I sold 3 for $10 each. 4 mini whales, $5 each. A whale keyring, $5. A medium whale, 3 of them at $8 each. 1 large dog, $20. 1 large elephant, $20. A large Groot, $15. And I'd had that Groot for some time now. A chubby cat, one of $10. Again, I'd had that chubby cat for a long time. They struggled to sell. 1 medium koala, $10. My koalas sell very well. Medium mermaid, $10. Medium platypus, $10. That was my last one. They're a fairly good seller as well. 1 shark, $10. I had some lucky dips left over from my previous market at Easter that I had in they were mini plushies, and I had them in little Easter egg plastic shells, like eggs, and I sold 4 of those at $4 each. I sold 1 baby dragon for $5, 1 mini dragon for $1. Now there is a story behind this. There was a little girl that kept coming back to our stall. We knew that she wanted something desperately, but obviously she had a budget, and each time she came back she had something else in her hands. And so I asked her what was her budget, and she said $1. So there was this tiny little mini dragon that I'd made, so I let her have it for $1, and she was very happy. Another story with the next item, a large dragonfly, and it was large. It was, you know, this big. I'd had it for ages, actually probably 12 months now, but it was one that I'd actually run out of a colour, and it ended up being multicoloured, and it wasn't very nice, and then I ended up selling that for $5 just to get rid of it. Yeah, I live in a caravan, so the big items, if they're not selling, they've got to go eventually to make room. 1 clownfish, $5, a mini hippo, $5, an octo keyring, $5, rabbit keyring, $5, a mini squid, $5, a squid keyring, $5, mini stingray, $5, a mouse, 2 mouse keyrings. I had discounted them because I'd had them forever as well, and they were $2 each just to get rid of them. 1 mushy boy, $4. 1 triceratops, again had it forever and discounted it, $3. And 1 worry worm keyring that I thought would never sell because it was kind of a mistake that I just turned into a worry worm. I sold that for $2. So that was all the items. So I do have to apologise if you can hear the air conditioner in the background. We cannot be in this tin box basically without it at the moment, because I did look up, it's meant to be 34 degrees Celsius here for us. For those who use Fahrenheit, that's 93. A couple of days ago it was 40 here, which is 104 Fahrenheit. So we need the air conditioning, and I apologise if you can hear that. Hopefully it's not too annoying. Anyway, so the results of the market, like I said, total of 53 items sold, which was a total of $372, which is definitely our best our best market yet. Out of that, $234 was on card or using the square, and $138 in cash. The fee to have the store was $17, which was the cheapest fee that I'd have to pay for a stall ever, and my square fees was $3.74. So total profit, well, not profit taking away materials, but profit $351.26. Yeah, I'm no longer going to go into how much the materials cost and taking that off it. As I said, I don't do it as a business. It's not for actual profit. It's keep me busy while we're traveling around Australia. Gives me something else to do, and I just got to empty out the caravan occasionally, and seeing the joy of people who purchase the items and to give them their forever homes. So there we go. So it was good to get rid of, or not rid of, but sell those items to make some room, because now I'm making more ones. So we shall go into what I've made in the last 2 weeks since the market. Right, having fun with my GoPro at the moment. Anyway, so there might be a little bit of start-stop, but I'll try and fix that in editing. So what I've made so far is, I've made a big list, but so far I have made this sea turtle, nice, what I call XL size. So I sell this guy for $25. I find here in Australia in particular, people at markets do not like to pay more than $25 for an item, and $25 is really pushing the limit. So that's where I keep, you'll notice that that's where I keep all my prices, 25 and below. So I've made one of these, and now this pattern is by paid pattern from Etsy by Crochet by Jenna. And I'll probably have to keep starting and stopping to put things out of the way so I can make more room. Alright, new camera angle, because the other one just wasn't working. We'll get this right. It's really hard filming in the caravan, and I had to buy this sarong to cover this, because behind me is actually a mirror, so that would look not great in a video. Anyway, continuation of what I've made. I've made one, what do I call this size? Medium sea turtle, again crochet by Jenna. I love these colours. So I mostly use velvet yarn or velvet chenille. As I'm travelling around Australia, I just generally go into dollar stores, cheap stores, and buy what I can from there. Or sometimes I do go to Temu, because that is convenient for me and just have to wait for things to arrive. Because where we are now, there is definitely no craft shops, no big spotlights, nothing like that. Alright, so then I've made 8 of these small, I'm pretty sure I call these small, yep, small sea turtles, but these is actually the Friendly Red Fox YouTube video tutorial design. I find these for the smaller items is quicker and easier to make, so I've actually made 8 of these. So there's those colours there, put them up there for a minute. Then we've got these colours, and I think that's the last one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oh, there is an 8th one somewhere. Oh, here he is. And those 2 colours. So definitely got into a sea turtle making frenzy, because they are the best seller, and I try and make as many as I can, but then I get sick of the pattern and have to move on. So next on my list, where I go, I've got a list here, dolphin. So I made these 2 dolphins, so one in pink and one in blue. These are no-sew patterns, and excuse me, they're Instagram free patterns by meow.amigurumi. So I sell these for $10 each. Now I might just put these away and come back. We're back. So next I have made, I've been wanting to try this guy for a while, crocodile. Well, I call it a crocodile because here in Australia we obviously have crocodiles. It may be an alligator, I am not sure. The pattern is also an Instagram free pattern by Natalie's Crochet Creations. so I thought this colour scheme was pretty good for a crocodile, so I sell this guy for $10. Next on the list is one shark. Shark there. This one you do need to sew on the fins and create the back fins separately, and sew on the belly. But since I made this one, I have downloaded a new shark pattern that I will try to, that's meant to be a no sew or low sew, but it might be less sewing than this one, so we'll try that next time. But this one is actually a paid Etsy pattern by the Crochet Code, and I sell them for $10. So next I have two sesame chickens. Now the sesame chickens in particular, the ones that are more like actual chicken colours, are more successful at selling. I've had, I think, 4 rainbow coloured ones that I've had for ages that haven't sold, so I'm sticking to making the ones that are like real chicken colours, and particularly the white ones with are very good sellers as well. So this is Southern Gals Crochet pattern. It's a paid pattern, and I sell these guys for $10 each. So I've made 2 of those. Put them up there, maybe? Nope. Alright, back down there. And next one I made back into the theme of the ocean. This stingray pattern is nice and soft. So this one is actually a free pattern on Ribbler by the Art Life. So I actually found this pattern to be quite good. Took quite a while because you're making it in rows rather than in the spiral, so it does take a while when you're doing this size. But I've got this one priced at $20. And around where we are currently in Exmouth, there are heaps of stingrays when you go and swim in the ocean, so it's very fitting. So I'll put this one here. And then we have a little mini stingray. I like the colours in this one. The variegated is very nice. I sell these guys for $5. Now this pattern is actually a paid pattern from Etsy, from Teresa's crochet shop. I really enjoy this pattern as well, but again it's the doing the rows. Those patterns are very similar actually. But yeah. Okay, next pattern which I absolutely loved, and I could make a whole heap of these gorgeous little dragons. Now this is a paid pattern by from Etsy by Crochet by Jenna. Love this pattern. I had to get onto the dragon bandwagon that, since I haven't been selling things, has taken off. So I made these 2 colours, which I probably will make more because I really love this pattern. And I will sell these guys for $15 each. Then I have this whale shark. Now currently where we are in Exmouth, Western Australia, whale sharks are here seasonally, and it's a big tourist draw card here. People can actually do tours where they swim with whale sharks, so that was my inspiration to get this pattern for this guy. I actually really like the way this turned out. It's not too large, so I'm able to keep it within the price range, because I've seen some people make them and they turn out like huge. So this is my price range size. So I'll sell this guy for $15. It was actually a fairly quick make. You did have to sew on those fins and the side fins. So a little bit of sewing, but low sew, not too bad. So this pattern was a paid pattern from Etsy by Kay's Pattern Shop. Alright, next pattern I made is this cute little crab. So this one is actually a sitting crab. We can get him to sit, so it does work. but I must say I used the thinnest, smallest yarn that I own to make this, which was probably a mistake because I was ready to not make any more again by the time I finished it, because all the legs are separate. Then you do crochet them in, but just making the legs and the eyes and all that in this tiny, like I use a size 2.5 hook to make this, guys, so probably not a good idea, but he turned out pretty cute. Normally he would have been, this size would be about my $8 range, which I've kept the $8 range, but with the amount of work, yeah. Anyway, the pattern is a paid pattern from Etsy by the Wonder Crochet. I probably will give it a go in bigger yarn one more time to see if I like it any better. Otherwise, yeah, but it might be a while before I'm ready to do that. Then I made this octo. Now this, the top half was a free pattern by Southern Girls Crochet. Now I started off doing a pattern with all intentions to complete her pattern, but when it came to the tentacles, I felt that they weren't long enough for how I wanted it to look, so I think I ended up doing 30 or 40, might have been 40 chains, and then I think 2 increase single crochets back up the chain for each one, and we get this nice curly look. So a little bit of her pattern and a little bit the legs were kind of my makeup, but I love the colours. I think it's gorgeous, so I'll sell this one for $10. And then again, I've seen the craze at the moment with the loaf cats. I had made chubby cats before and really struggled to sell them, so I found a pattern for mini kittens, and the large kitten version as well. I haven't made the large ones yet, but I made these 2 mini ones, so I think they actually look quite cute. I think they look a bit cuter than the chubby cat that I'd made previously. So this pattern was from a website, anniecarawayart.com, and I think, and they were really fast to make, and you sewed on the tail. That was the only sewing, so low sew. And yeah, I'll definitely make more of these, and I will try the larger version soon. Right, moving on to next pattern. So this is a paid pattern pack, another one by anniecarawayart.com, and it's the Birdie Friend Plushie pack. So I actually changed the colours, so this guy looks like an Australian galah, so they're pretty pink, so he's just a little chubby birdie, and I'll sell him for $5, and it was a pretty quick make, so that was pretty good. Then this is my new, other than the dragon that I said earlier, I think this is my new favourite pattern, the hippo. So this is actually a free pattern. I think he's so cute with his little tail and that. So this is a free pattern from Instagram. Now I have to, it's a combined effort by Crochet, Rosalie Toys, Pink Blue Crochet, and Crochet by Ruth 77. So they've all come together to create this guy or gal, whatever. So I've made what I call a medium size, and I love the big booty. $10 for this one, and then I made a mini version, and this one will sell for $5, but we're using both the very small yarn and the thicker yarn. Love it, love this pattern. I'll be making more of those, or hopefully they sell. We're back. Next item, This one, I purchased this pattern for a manta ray, and so the manta rays have these extra little, I don't even know what you call, or it's hard to see because it's black, but these things at the front of their mouths. But I looked up again where we are at the moment. We have manta rays here, and their colours are black with a bit of a white on the belly, so that's why I've done it this colour. Now this pattern was a paid Etsy pattern by Athena Grace Designs. The pattern was really good. I just made it difficult for myself because I made it with black yarn and it's very hard to see, and I'll sell this guy for $5. Next up on my list is the mini squid. Again, this is an excellent, I love this pattern. I love making these, the shape that they turn out, just really easy, no sew pattern. It is by it's a paid Etsy pattern by Plushie Co Designs. I love it. So this guy will sell for $5, and then I made a keyring version and also $5. Then next, and then I made a medium size one, Dutch colour, and this one will sell for $8. And then I made two mini sea turtles, well, one mini sea turtle, $5, and this is the Friendly Red Fox pattern YouTube tutorial, and same pattern in a keyring. So definitely lots of turtles. And then I made two more keyrings, are quite popular. So I made a watermelon slice, which is cute and very different, and that's something I haven't made before. $5 for that guy. And then I made a kiwi fruit design, which wasn't part of the colours that they had in the pattern selection, but I just looked up what kiwi fruit slice looked like and made that. Now that is a paid pattern, another one from AnnieCarawayArt.com, so you can tell that when I was on her website I decided to add more to the cart. And then last of all that I've made is this cute little platypus, and I have made him before in a larger version and decided to make a mini one, and I'll sell him for $5. But I love this pattern. It is faster when you do it in the bigger velvet yarn, but decided to do that. It took a bit longer, but I think it's worth it. I did start another one of, I have to get away for a second, of this size, but I lost Yarn Chicken and I don't have enough to do his head. I've got the rest of his two arms made, but I don't have enough for his head, and I don't have any more of this colour. The closest I've got is that, and so I don't know what I'm going to do now. Either have to wait to get some more of this colour or think of something else, but yeah. So that's what I've made in the last 2 weeks since my market, which is, I think I added up how many I had made. 37 items and a value of $315 worth. So still haven't made up the 53 items that I sold yet at the market, but I did try and get into the market here at Exmouth. There's one on the 8th of December. Unfortunately, it is a very popular market and there is a waiting list. Obviously the locals will have preference first, and there are many locals apparently that are on that waiting list. This is because they have the venue indoors because it is so hot at this time of year and they've only got so much space. So I am on the wait list, but I really doubt that I'll get in. So will continue to just make, because I enjoy crocheting and I didn't enjoy the time that I was not crocheting, so I'll just have to fill the caravan and the car and every little spot that I can fit these things until the next market. So I will endeavour to do more regular videos. And yeah, and so I will show you just here, if you're interested, some footage around the area where we've been between Carnarvon and here in Exmouth, just for your interest to see what it's like over here. And we'll see you next time. So thanks for watching, and if you like this style of video, please consider subscribing. So thanks guys, see you next time, bye. Woo. Woo, woo. Alright, get a closer look. Oh, back on the rough stuff. Oh, that's easy.